want to continue on this wall because the water.
Tell me, what have you been up to? You said you got a call from RENFROE last week.
Yeah, I got a call from RENFROE, and we did a little interview, and then they went ahead and recruited me. All I have to do is go ahead and complete a couple of tasks. They just want driver's license, and they wanted to complete the background check, and then they were talking about they wanted to have me out by the end of this month. So, and they wanted to go ahead and start, a little bit of training once all of this is done, and then that's when I'm ready to go.
Okay, great. That's really, really fantastic. The one thing I will say is that RENFROE's biggest customer is State Farm, and you have both those certifications, right?
No, I'm still working on it. I'm still working on getting it. The reason why I'm still working on it is because this whole COVID thing made it a little bit of a challenge. So I'm on a list of a few of these rosters where they say they wanted to send me to get the certification. So I'm still working on that. Okay,
great. And I will say that that's good to know that you're still working. RENFROE having State Farm as their biggest customer is great about providing training, but the training that or let's say the getting going that they're talking about is the training portions. It's not necessarily work.
No work, okay.
Okay, so what happens is people typically will hear that and get ready and be patient and get ready to go, but then there's nowhere to go. Now, this for me feels like this is a big season. You could just feel 2020 is just not going to be straight for the rest of the 2020, and I believe you'll have a great opportunity to work with RENFROE, but I do know without those two certifications, it's going to be very hard for them to assign you to a deployment because their biggest customer is State Farm.
Right.
Take that a little bit with a spoonful of salt for when they say get going. Next is 30 to 40 rosters. Yes, you have to continue. Here's why. Number one, the opportunity, who's going to have the opportunity first. Number two, there are certain companies who won't care that you don't have this two State Farm certifications. It could be your background, your experience, what they need out in Arizona and the surrounding states. It's also going to depend on your licensing too. Some companies don't operate in all states. So you got to, that's why you want to do the 30 to 40 because it may only be 3 for New Mexico out of the 30 to 40 because I'm on the East Coast, probably due to Google Analytics or such. Most of my companies are on the east of the Mississippi. So so definitely get the 30 to 40 in. You want to get those certifications in, and then continuous learning, which is why I'd say, take a look at Metro and the opportunity. Because originally when I was joining Metro, I thought two things. I thought, okay, great, they are going to train me, and then great, they I guess they can train me, and then they were going to buy lunch or something too that day because it was like it's $50 to get started. So it was like they bought lunch too. So I was like, okay, so at the end of the day, I get lunch, so that's like $10. So I'm paying $40, and they're going to train me, and they have been training me. It's just it unfortunately it's not an overnight transfer. It definitely takes it takes time to build, but it's not impossible to build. And now that mine has built up, now I'm looking to help build other communities too. So yeah.
Nice.
So that's cool. What else you got going on, Albert?
Let me told me to apply for all of the states around me, the reciprocity. So I went ahead and applied for the Arizona, New Mexico.
Did you get the New Mexico bond?
New Mexico bond. They, you know what? Actually, they're getting back with me, and I'm just supposed to go back with their paperwork. I don't know what's all included in that just yet. And learning terms like bond and all of that, and this whole world is something new to me.
Right, it was on the test though.
It was on the test. Okay.
I
I remember it all. Do I remember everything? No, I'd be lying if I told you I did. So we had got Utah. You said get Oklahoma and Georgia. So those are all cooking right now as we speak. So.
Okay, good. And did you have any interviews with carriers? The State Farms, all states?
No, not yet. I think there's something I'm missing, because if that's something I'm supposed to do, I just need to know when it's going to take to be successful.
Because you should also apply to those companies. The Geico's, that list of 200 also has insurers on there. It's not just IA firms. And like I said, with you being a father of 3, working local may be ideal for you to start off with.
It is. It really, really is. And I applied for State Farm, Liberty Mutual.
Have I seen your resume?
Yes, you have. And you had me go ahead and just increase my certifications, the certification class, as well as the licenses, with the number. That's what you told me.
Did I tell you about Tag Crowd?
About what, I'm sorry?
Tag Crowd?
Hag, yes, we talked about Hag, yes.
Okay. No, not Hag, but Tag Crowd. The website?
Oh, no, not Tag Crowd, no. I don't know about that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably have to just set something up at a different time to take a look at your resume before you start applying to more jobs. So,
okay.
Yeah, you can definitely book that.
Okay, what's up with this for?
I mean, it usually does take about an hour to kind of go over it. But I could probably get it down to 30 minutes. So if you just book a 15-minute call, there's a 15-minute buffer. So, we can get in there and get it done. What else you got going, Albert?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
I'm just following up to make sure I get complete all of these information or the requirements, document requirements from these.
Okay, great. So yeah, this is going to be the part, Albert, that people don't like, because you are literally waiting to hear back from the states. It's great to have those states actually on your applications when you're submitting. Sometimes I tell people to wait for those, just depending on what states they're getting and where they are in their journey. But you can always go back and add them into the EA. Well, EA RENFROE does theirs automatically. So does EBRA and Alacrity. Hopefully you've applied to them. Okay, good. Because you'll have to go to their orientation. That's another thing we're waiting. That's the other things we're waiting on is the orientations, the certification. So we're kind of at this is where a company like Metro comes in handy, because instead of just waiting weeks at a time, you still are getting some daily juice.
You say getting some data juice?
Well, like some daily information.
Daily information.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be, that's where I would say, let's see what comes up on your licensing. Keep applying to those companies. And any trainings that EA RENFROE opens up or Pilot opens up to you, go ahead and start getting that out the way. And then what were you going to do about Xactimate. It's still early for you, but I was just curious. Were you watching my videos? Have you watched them yet, or?
Yes, I went through them real quickly. I just need to sit down and actually play and practice.
Right.
I'm going through your Xactimates, as well as the Georgia. Let me see. I looked at it on your side, and I